Welcome back to Wild, Wise and Curious, Embracing Our Journey, where we're excited to continue the conversation around all things peri and beyond. We'll continue to explore all our stories, challenges and importantly the wisdom we learn along the way. As usual, we'd love to chat with women just like you who might like to share your own perimeno or post-menopause stories with us. We can't wait to chat with you. Hello and welcome to Wild, Wise and Curious. And yes, we are off and we are starting. I don't even know what my name is this morning.
Oh, you're going to ask me how I knew I was coming into perimenopause?
I'm going to ask you how you knew you were coming into perimenopause, Milo.
Because that is the question we always start with now, isn't it?
It is the question we always start with.
That's kind of developed as well.
Yep.
Because we've started with that one question and then that just leads us off into a massive hole. A massive
rabbit hole of
it?
symptoms and all sorts of things, and the beautiful growth that people are experiencing during this time.
Yeah.
So and I mean, even to start with today, we are like looking at perimenopausal symptoms in ourselves because we were going to walk along the canal, right?
Yeah, but I feel like rubbish today. Yeah. So we should really probably explain that we've not got a guest on.
We haven't. We are each other's guests.
Me and thee today.
Thee and me.
Yeah. To me, to you.
Absolutely. That's another mashup of two words. Exactly, absolutely.
You're going to wish that you didn't tune into this one, aren't you?
Yeah, you really are. You really are. But we thought, in kind of celebration or acknowledgement of International World Menopause Day,
yes,
we would come on and say hello. And just kind of basically have a look at the different focuses on Menopause Day, sort of shine the light on it, raise our hands, wave them in the air, and sort of like, talk a little bit about that and, a little bit about how grateful we are for the podcast and for all the amazing people that we're meeting.
Yeah, I think that it felt like a really good time for us to do a bit of a summary, didn't it? And a bit of a catch up because we realised that the last time we did something like this was in May when we were celebrating our birthdays.
Yeah.
And we're now in October, heading our way towards the end of the year, and this has been a crazy year, and I think
it has been a crazy year.
This has been a really good point for us to say, okay, so it's World Menopause Day. We've been working on this now since January, and it felt like a really good time for us to kind of pause.
Absolutely, menopause.
Menopause, and kind of like you say, just. Help wave the flag a little bit more as well, and the fact that we've got the World Menopause Day. I am going to be completely honest and say that before this year, I had no idea that we had a World Menopause Day.
No.
Did you?
I think I clocked it last year.
Yeah.
But that might have been the first time. But I think the organisation behind World Menopause Day, have they been going since 1978?
They have.
So
but they've only been doing World Menopause Day since 2009.
Yeah.
What is it? Who is it that runs it? The
International Menopause Society. Okay.
Yeah,
because we obviously had a quick nose around their website, and they've got quite a lot of info on there, and they're talking about the different focuses that they're looking at on their white paper.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that don't know what a white paper is, it's a document that is kind of
like an authoritative document.
Yes,
on something, isn't it? And it gives you kind of solutions and that kind of thing. Yeah.
So it's basically a bit of information that kind of helps you in your journey. So what are the themes for this year, Lou?
Well, so they do, like you say, they do have a different theme every year, but this year I think it's all about wellness and lifestyle changes.
Yes, yeah.
And what I really like about this actually is because we've talked about this a lot on our episodes, because I feel really quite strongly that all the things that will help us in our normal day-to-day life during menopause will help anybody with any condition.
Absolutely
right.
So
it's all those basics, getting those basics right. And people laugh at me when I'm asking, are you drinking enough water?
My kids get sick to death of me going, drink some water, have you drank your water, how many glasses?
Yeah, make sure you drink your water. But it's those basics, isn't it? Make sure that you're getting good quality sleep. If you're not, what can you do to help improve that? What is your, and I like the term sleep hygiene, a lot of them don't they? But So what's your sleep hygiene like? Where you get enough sleep, because that's when we are repairing. Our bodies are repairing, so that's really important. The water, the food,
exercise.
Yeah, moving. And it doesn't actually even need to be exercise.
No,
it's
go for a walk. And even if it's cleaning the house or picking the kids up from school, it's all movement, isn't it?
Yeah. And like toxins and things like that, toxins in your body, so, reducing smoking and drinking and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we know that we can't drink.
We really can't drink. We really can't drink.
Our barometer, I say barometer is my favourite word.
Because it fits perfectly.
Yeah, but like I can't drink much nowadays, and I think that's my body saying, no, you can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
you did it plenty in the younger days. You can't do it anymore.
No. And I'm going out for a few maybe this evening, and I'm already thinking, shall I take some cacao in my flask instead?
Drink plenty of water in between.
Plenty of water. Plenty of water. Half a pint of beer and a pint of water.
Yeah.
A quarter of a pint of beer, a pint of water.
Water shots afterwards.
Water shot.
But these are really, and no matter what condition you're going through, you're living with, this is going to help.
Of course it is.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So it is just like trying to be really quite
mindful and
mindful. Perfect word. But what I also like in this particular one, because I mean this is very similar to the NHS have got their 5 things, which is very similar.
Yeah.
That they endorse as a healthy way to live.
Yeah.
But what I like about this one with the World Menopause Day with the Menopause Society is that they've added in connections in there as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Healthy relationships.
Building your communities.
Because I actually feel like that is one of the most important
Oh my
things.
God, absolutely is.
It's
It
having
really is.
people around you that can support, that you can lean on, that when you're having those days of I can't cope.
You can send a text to, they're going to message you back with something nice that's going to just help you chill.
Yeah.
Or meet for a cuppa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like you're having it like today. So this is a really good example actually. And we were going to go and have a walk, weren't we? Have a walk and talk and do this on a walk. And I just felt like rubbish.
Yeah.
All I want to do is just sit down and just with me covers on and be really cosy. And so I just said, can we not do that today? Can we do it this way instead? And you were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And that's all you need, isn't it?
Of course it is. Of course
to know
it is.
that it's okay.
Yeah.
I needed to say what my needs were.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, of course. No
and
problem.
you need to be understood and met.
Yes.
And actually it's really lovely because the fire's cosy, the candles are on, it smells amazing, and we are slobbing on the sofa.
Yeah.
So actually, right now, an autumn morning, beautiful.
It was a good call.
It's a good call,
right?
definitely a good call.
So yeah, that's what I love about this. But I think the whole thing about having a day to
just
raise
remember,
raise awareness as to what some people are going through, and I think I don't feel a little bit like we have lots of days, don't we?
We do have lots of days. In fact, we have days for it, most things, don't we? I even think we have things like a pork pie day.
Really?
Yeah,
Pork pie
yeah,
day?
probably. Hair bubble day, new carpet day, book day. I don't mind book day because I like books. Actually, I wonder if there's a record vinyl book day.
I was just thinking it's a plant day.
Plant day.
Perhaps we should start a plant day.
Maybe we should. I met a friend. Plant appreciation day. Pad.
Pad.
There you go. I met a friend the other day, and she's got me stored in her phone as Plant Lady.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I love her just for that.
Yeah, I like.
I think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are lots of days.
There are lots of days.
So does it get diluted?
I was just about to say that. I don't know. Does it help?
Does it make any difference? Yeah. Does it make any difference?
Does it make any difference
to individuals on that day? Do we look at it and go, oh, it's World Menopause Day today? Oh, okay, that's great. Do we go and have a couple with people, or do you think it's more about getting stuff out there, maybe in the workplace, in communities, having posters up, having a coffee morning? Because I know where I used to work, when World Menopause Day fell on a work day, Monday to Friday, we'd have a coffee morning. And I think that's why I know about it, because I think that's what we did last year, because it would have fell, maybe it was a Thursday or a Friday, and there was a menopause coffee morning, which work's lovely
Yeah.
if you're having those conversations for in the workplace.
Yeah.
And maybe that's when people can sit and talk through some of their issues or some of their enlightened moments.
I think as well, it possibly does raise awareness, but certainly in the workplace, I think
Yes.
maybe more anywhere than anywhere else. Because if businesses or charities or whatever services are like picking up on this and running with it and saying, okay, it's World Menopause Day, how are you feeling like this, and this?
Yeah.
It may well just twig in some people like,
Exactly.
oh, okay, so maybe that's what I am going through.
Exactly. And
so
also
that can be a good thing,
definitely,
right?
and also for like senior members of the team who have got people on their teams who are perhaps going through having experiencing different symptoms and things, if they can be a little bit more aware of the things that their team members are going through, and maybe there can be a little bit of like give, you know, instead of like coming in at 8, maybe they could come in at 10 and work those extra hours a little bit later if they're having a morning where they're feeling all over the shop, which in this time in life sometimes we do feel like that. I'm really lucky in where I work that if I'm feeling really all over the shop, I can rock up and I can tell pretty much everybody I work with. And that's accepted. And, you know, we just then get on at the rate that we can do. But I think certainly for organisations where people perhaps don't understand the potential feelings, emotions, symptoms of women going through this time of life, then maybe these sorts of days are just that gentle kick up the arse to remind or educate or tell them because they don't know.
My experience has been that in some workplaces, so when I was a menopause champion, and I used to run like a drop-in session once a month. And I think there is still an element of people don't want to approach somebody that they think might be going through the menopause by fear of making them feel, feel uncomfortable. You know, have you ever thought that you might be going through menopause? It's actually quite a personal...
It is, and also if
thing.
we've all got that whole thing in our heads of like it happens around 50-51, which it doesn't necessarily, let's face it, we you know, we're all learning that. And that person isn't of that age, what does that conversation even look like? Does that, you know, people might feel uncomfortable about approaching someone because they clearly look like they're only in their late 30s, early 40s. Oh, is this person going to think that they're old? There's all those things that you think about to make it tricky.
And also, what is somebody seeing? So I know that if somebody came to me and go, oh, do you think you might be menopausal? I'd be like, why? What are you seeing that's making you feel like that? Are you thinking because I'm grumpy, or are you thinking because you know, so it is still,
red rag to a bull potentially.
It's still quite a tricky
conversation.
It is. So maybe so this is a good thing, right?
Definitely. And like you, we ran monthly menopause groups where I used to work, and that is pretty much where I think the coffee morning came about from last year to mark World Menopause Day. Those sessions were a little less tricky because everybody who came along was there to talk about menopause, learn about menopause, talk about symptoms. But I do remember at one point we did have a gentleman join us because although he wasn't going through menopause, he wanted to be able to support his teammates who were, and he didn't know much about it. And also his wife was going through menopause because of some of the things he was talking about was like, he wanted to support her. So I thought that was amazing because here was a guy that you'd kind of just see who would have a laugh and a joke with everybody up and down the building. But actually when it came to menopause, he wanted to be able to help people and he wanted to support them and he wanted to go home and be like, this might be what's going on. So actually, the World Menopause Day is good for men as well in that respect, especially in the work. So I think what we're saying is these are great things for in the workplace.
And just to raise that awareness.
Exactly. Or if somebody's running a coffee morning in a cafe or something like that. And so they are good.
I wonder if, with what you're saying, it is a good thing then that workplaces are taking it on more so because, like the things that are on in the community, they tend to be based around women coming and learning more about their symptoms and coping strategies and that kind of thing and getting together. But whereas in the workplace, that you're more able to target the men as well, who are able to, because we know that everyone knows a woman, right?
Yeah,
that's going to be going through this at some point in their life.
Exactly.
So it's really important. Yeah. So it's a good thing that the business is going to be taking it on.
I think so. I think so because, like we mentioned earlier on, it's another day. Alongside donuts and all the rest of it. But
is there a donut?
I think there's a donut day. I think there might even be a cheesecake day. I think there's a dog day.
I think we need to get a list of the days.
I think we do need to get a list of the days.
Yeah, we need to be more involved in the days, obviously.
Yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah. We do, especially when it's food that we like. But so actually, it is a good idea. It is a good idea, I think, to have these.
And bang on for the International Menopause Society, being able to... keep going since 2009 and having a different focus on every year.
Yeah.
And they've got things that you can go on
the website,
haven't they?
Yeah.
And find out more information. But the thing is, there is so much information out there now.
There is so much information out there now.
And it in that case, it can get a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
There is a lot. We know a lot more now than we've ever done before.
We do. I think the first step is actually knowing that is what's going on for you. Because I think once you understand what is going on with your body, at least at that point you can start to pay attention and make the necessary changes. However, going back to what you mentioned earlier on in the episode, those key lifestyle kind of areas, healthy eating, physical activity, mental well-being, restorative sleep, not drinking so much or having so much caffeine, smoking, those sorts of things, and building those absolutely crucial healthy relationships, they're key to being well and living well anyway, aren't they?
Just for human beings.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, regardler of for everybody.
Yeah.
Whether you have having menopause or not.
All humans.
All human beings.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Just following those things, isn't it?
Of course.
So, how are you feeling at the minute? How are things with you with your menopause?
So I'm still on HRT.
Yeah.
Estrogen, progesterone and testosterone. I would say most of the time I feel great. I had a crap night's sleep last night. So today, of course, woke up at the crack of five. I was up about 5:30, 6. But I've got fire in my belly. There's things I want to do. I've had a couple of days where I felt a little bit, what's the term now? Meh. And kind of felt a bit fed up with a few things.
Yeah.
But then as soon as that kind of thing comes in, like later that day, I can feel totally different. So I would say I'm riding the wave of it. I haven't had a period for about 3 months. But I know from last year's experience of going 8 months without one, that's not anything unusual. So I'd say I'm pretty good. I think the waves, the riding the waves, it's not so much tied in, tied out, up, down. It's more kind of like, it's an easy flow.
More about like just daily life. Really.
More about
just
daily
normal life.
Normal life.
Yeah.
I don't feel massive high. There's not like the massive kind of symptoms I experienced like 3, 4, 5 years ago. So I think everything's really pretty good, pretty tame, pretty manageable, to be honest.
You're not really experiencing anything.
Shoulder's still a pain.
Yeah,
shoulder
literally.
can still be a pain, and the dry. Yeah, And the dry patch in my head,
Yeah.
which came about, is still there.
Yeah.
But you can't see it.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Okay.
What about you?
So I came off HRT.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Was it
About 4 months ago?
I keep saying 4 months, but I don't know.
Maybe it's longer.
I think it might be longer.
Yeah, was it? Yeah. Was it after Wales?
No, it was around my birthday.
Okay.
So it
So
was
yeah,
May.
Yeah. Yeah, not far ago from Wales.
Yeah,
That was May
so,
too.
yeah, 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 months.
yeah.
Okay.
So 5 months. And someone asked me recently how, because I've just started uni and things are quite, full
chaotic.
on and there's a lot going on in that respect. But and someone asked me the other day, she said, "Oh, do you think it all, you could be feeling this because you're not being on HRT as well?" And I'm like, do you know what? I haven't thought about that.
No.
I haven't thought about that for such a long time. I feel like I feel quite stable.
Yeah.
Even though I've got a lot of ups and downs generally, like.
But again, it's the life. It's
life.
life.
It's life. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's suiting me not being on HRT. Yeah. And I know, it's really good actually that you're on it and I'm not.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good. It feels like it's working for me, and it just shows that you've got to try things.
We're all so different.
It works for you.
Yeah, of course you have.
So I've tried 2 different kinds of HRT now, and they both didn't feel like they worked, and I couldn't work out what was HRT, what was menopause, what was normal life, what was anxiety.
It's all mixed up together, isn't it? Whacked all in the cauldron, stirred with a big spoon, and you can't work out which bit's what.
That's it. And I feel like now I know whatever it is, it's me. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
nothing to do with HRT.
Yeah. I felt like sometimes I was getting more symptoms than I was dealing with before I went on HRT.
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to practice what I preach. So, with all these things that, don't get me wrong, the healthy eating is probably my hardest one because I've got a right sweet tooth.
Yeah, me too.
But I have increased my physical activity.
Yes.
I do sleep really well.
Yeah.
And what my main thing is, I do wake up at that 3 o'clock in the morning, and then like everything is on in my head, and so I'm trying so many different techniques, and a new one I learnt recently.
Oh, go on.
Is so I do a lot of breath work and stuff, and sometimes that doesn't work.
Okay.
So I'm like creating this little toolbox that I use in the middle of the night. And this new one I learnt, and I really can't remember where I picked it up from, was to think of a word. I really can't remember where I got it from. It was recently I got it as well. I think it was some advice from someone. I'm really sorry I can't remember who gave it to me. If it was you, I'm really sorry. But it was think of a word, and then so say I don't know why I'm thinking moonbeam.
Okay.
But I think moonbeam might have been one of my words. And for every letter of that word, you have to think of 4 words
that start with the beginning.
With that.
Okay.
So moonbeam. So
Michelle, obviously.
Moon.
Yeah.
And I literally, and the idea is that you're getting into your. You're not thinking of you.
You're silencing that bit because your brain's concentrating on thinking of the words.
Yeah. Sometimes I do have to think of a few words because it does take me a while. But it does seem to be working. Yeah. And it's that thing that it's just taking me off of all the stuff that is bothering me about my day. Oh, you shouldn't have said that, or you did that, or da-da-da-da, which seems to really get heightened during the night time, doesn't it? It really amplifies it.
Yeah.
I don't know why that
I
happens.
don't. So I guess the secret with choosing your word is don't choose a word like it.
Yes.
You need something. Go on.
I did choose the word university one night.
And how many letters did you get in before you fell asleep?
I dreamt about university.
Wow. Wow.
But it's that whole thing of I think I also have read that it's the waking up in the middle of the night is a cortisol based thing too.
Okay.
So I'm just working really hard on
working it all out.
Yeah.
And it's, because I remember you saying about coming off HRT and kind of looking at doing a study of one, doing a self-study.
Yeah.
And to me, that was like, it's amazing, because in doing whatever each of us are doing, you know, when you just look at yourself, because you're totally different to me, to anybody who's listening to the show. Every single one of us is really different. So it's almost like the key, the secret is to learn who you are and learn what works for you, learn what tools you've got in your toolbox. Because we've had some amazing guests, haven't we, since January, who have talked about so many different tools that they've got in their toolboxes, whether it's seed cycling or yoga or walking, drumming, singing, all of these amazing things. And a lot of them, they've kind of discovered at this point. So, you know, I know we've had conversations before where we've like kind of traced back our lines to when we were like younger and looking at the things that we tapped into at different times through our lives to kind of shimmy us along to where we are now. But do you almost think that, like, so perimenopause and menopause makes you dig to find the things that really work for you and maybe help to make life more joyous?
I think it's, I absolutely agree. I think it's a time of shedding.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Shedding's such a great word, isn't it, in that respect?
It's a time of shedding all of these, like, costumes that we've had to wear over
and
years.
carry, and they're heavy.
Yeah, and then try and work out who we are underneath.
Yes.
And also, you know, we've talked about this recently, is, you know, the coping strategies that we've had over the years, and how much is of my personality is me, and how much is these coping strategies that I've developed over the years, because you know, of having to deal with life as it's come at me. So I think it's almost like you and I both feel very excited by this time of life, because it feels like you can reinvent yourself.
Oh my God, you can,
can't you?
Absolutely, you can.
And reconnect with those things that made you happy once, or even find new things that make you happy. And and I don't even think it is about being happy. No, it's just finding that peace.
Yeah,
isn't it? Because happy and sadness
comes and goes, and actually you do need both.
You do,
right? Because we need. How would we know what happy was if we didn't know what sad was?
And it's what makes us human, right?
It's what makes us human. You know, we can be up one day, we can be down the next day, but we know the next day we'll be up again.
But that inner peace, that calm that you can feel.
Yeah.
You know, when your nervous system feels like it's in a good place, and you're not feeling all stressed out and anxious and whatever. That feels to me.
Oh, it's
that's
priceless.
become like a magic sauce.
Yeah. So it's almost like you're trying to get to that point.
Yeah. What are the things that get me there?
So it's not happiness. No. It's calm.
Yeah.
It's peace.
And it sounds really like.
Yeah,
but inner peace.
Yeah,
it is inner peace.
Yeah, it is inner peace.
I feel it. There's times where I'll be at the park in the woods, and I'll just stop, and I can feel like
let go.
Yeah, it feels like it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But so, like you say, it's finding those things that do that then now. So like sitting, and you know, you don't always meditate, but just sit in.
Yeah, you
with
don't
candles
exactly.
or whatever.
You don't need to be reading a book or meditating or even have any music or anything on. Sometimes, actually, just sitting. I always remember my mum, and she'd still say it to me now. I just love the sound of silence. Now I know that's a song, but you know, just that when everything's quiet and all you can hear are the noises in the house. There's just something really, I don't know, beautiful about that.
Comforting.
It's comforting.
Isn't it?
It's comfy. It's
Comfy.
cosy. It's lovely. You know, and then obviously the other thing that I know, you know, that both of us are really kind of keen on is going back to the other thing that's here, the healthy relationships, and having, and like building up your posse of people that, you know, we're not going to fib here, you know. We have had the most amazing time chatting with some of the most amazing women, and part of it selfishly because we're curious and we want to talk to other women, and we kind of want to learn from each other. And you know, we're doing this podcast so that we all learn a little bit more about this time in life and the beauty, as well as the hard bit and the lovely bit, for want of better words, because I didn't sleep very well last night. I could be more poetic, but I'm sorry, you're just going to have to do that's just as much as poetic as I can get. But we've had a wonderful time, haven't we?
Oh my gosh, I've loved every single conversation.
Me too.
Like, and we always get to the end and it's like, oh my gosh, is that it?
Yeah, I want to carry on talking.
With every single person we've spoken to. And I can't believe that we've had like 32...
I know,
episodes. 32 episodes. Yeah. And we've loved every single one of them. And we've took something away from every single one of them.
Oh my God, we really have. We really, really have.
Yeah.
So we're really grateful.
This is probably a really good point at saying that we wanted to thank everybody.
Absolutely, we do.
Without the people that have come on and shared their stories and been really open and vulnerable and
amazing,
and shared what they've been through, we wouldn't be doing this.
No,
and
we wouldn't.
Widhout them, we would not be doing
this.
No,
we wouldn't.
Who would want to sit and listen to me and you just talking fat for
probably nobody.
32 episodes.
W, wow, wonderful, wicked, wisdom, I. That's what it'd be, wouldn't it, for the whole hour?
What did you say? Oh, I can't remember what I was about to say now. No, me neither. What were we talking about? I don't know.
But also, this is a really good point to say that if you're listening to an episode, you're listening to this episode, and you'd like to share your story with us, we would absolutely love to talk to you, because as we're finding, the more stories that we're sharing, more people are learning, and if we can, even if each of us helps one other person, or just makes that person feel a little bit less alone, or a little bit more clued up if they're going for a GP appointment, or a little bit braver when they're talking to a work colleague, it's worth it. These conversations are worth it.
Absolutely, and I think I think what we're trying to do is we're not here to educate as such.
No.
But what we're doing, we hope is something a little bit different. Is talking to people about their own stories. So then hopefully that resonates with somebody else. And like you've just said, you just don't feel so alone.
No,
that that it's all good. We're all coming through it.
There's 50% of us going through. 51.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to all of our wonderful
thank you so
guests.
much.
And thank you to everybody, because we've got loads of you that just download us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And we want to say a massive thank you to you all as well. Because without you all listening, we would just be sitting here talking to ourselves.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, so thank you,
everybody. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, happy Menopause Day.
Yeah, happy World Menopause Day. And you know what? We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, love you, bye.
Love you. Thank you, bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Wild, Wise and Curious. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, feel free to email us at info@wildwiseandcurious.com or reach out on our socials at wild_wise_and_curious. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Stay curious and we'll see you next time.